The powerful El Nino event of 2015 to 2016 caused a spike in global temperatures, leading to 19.2 million new displacements associated with weather, water, climate, and geophysical hazards in 113 countries, more than twice as many as for conflict and violence in 2015. Of these, weather-related hazards triggered 14.7 million displacements. Global temperatures for January to September 2016 have been about 0.88 degrees Celsius above the average 14 degrees Celsius for the 1961 to 1990 reference period.
If you look at the first 9 months of this year, we are fairly high up again, and we are breaking all the records. And it's likely that we are going to reach this year 1.2 degree warming level, and we are going to a bit the wrong direction if you think of this 1.5 degree.
And with the increase in temperature comes the increase in natural disasters. Unfortunately, the disaster losses affect more poor people who have a limited ability to cope. Experts at the ongoing United Nations conference urgently call for climate-smart policies that better protect the most vulnerable.
Disasters will not disappear, and climate change will make it even more difficult to avoid all disasters. So we have, in parallel, to make sure that people, when they're affected, when we could not avoid a disaster, that people affected can cope with the shock and recover from it.
Almost all countries are enduring a growing number of unexpected shocks as a result of climate change. For instance, in Nigeria, the impact of climate change and environmental degradation include the dramatic shrinking of Lake Chad, which supplies water to millions of people in Nigeria, Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. How to build the legislative support for climate action in Nigeria is a focus on a side event in Marrakesh, organized by the federal government of Nigeria.
So this was a way of bringing them out to share the stage. It's a collective responsibility, and to really interrogate that and to see what other countries are thinking, and obviously to see Nigeria lead.
We are very, very willing, and we are very, very able to work with the legislature, with the executive, to fight the negative effects of climate change and issues related to it.
The delegation in Marrakesh hopes to turn Nigeria's ambitious nationally determined contribution into a reality. Meanwhile, African civil society warned that if parties do not urgently raise their pre-2020 ambitions in Marrakesh, the impact of low ambition and business-as-usual scenario could trigger even greater climate crisis in Africa. Ayola Kasim reporting for Channels Television News.